A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to all the MIEE aspirants educators. So, welcome to this training program. Today, we are marking our day 5 and the final day for this advisory session. And let me just take the session forward. So, I am Prashant Kumar Jha, and I'll take it forward from here. The syllabus which we have planned for this 5 days of advisory intention is to just to make you more comfortable when you are going to do the nomination. And the day one, we talk about what is educator all about. Allow me a second. I'll just re-verify audio device. Should be fine. Yeah. Okay. Now I think it should be, yeah, it should be audible to everybody. So now day fourth, we discussed about AI for educator, where our topic was what is AI, what is machine learning, what is large language models, and what is the generative AI all about. We tried understanding with some of the analogy, and we have shown you the complete website where you can go and do the detailed course. The course of AI for Educator was divided to four subparts, where first part was to empower educators with modern AI tools. Second was which all AI tools are available, which educators should know. Third part, we discussed about how a teacher can include or incorporate the AI into their teaching and learning process. And fourth part was how they can equip their learners in the AI process. So these four courses you can do on your own self pace. And I'm getting the feedback that many educators have already completed, and they have shared me their personal certifications also. So you can also post on the LinkedIn, or you can also share on the social media about your achievements. And going forward, when the result of MIEE will come, we all together will celebrate for sure. Now, our today's topic is the final hand holding, where we talk about what could be the strategies and how we can go and submit the live simulations. You are going to see it about this profile. So we'll talk about the smart strategies for successful submission of MIEE nomination, how many days are left out, what are the submission tips, and how we can build up your our educator profile. And subtopics we are going to discuss today is about access the EduNominate portal. We'll see the live simulations and strategy for our beginner educators, intermediate level educators, and advanced level educators, and some important tips, no doubt. So let me take it forward from here. Now, a few things which you should know, that the deadline of MIEE is 31st of July, and I would never recommend anyone that go on 31st of July, because if a lot of people goes on that day, could be chances the server slow or some kind of challenges could be there on that day. So try to complete 1 week, at least 1 week in advance. Okay, 31st July is the date, which means we have 49 days in our hand from now to prepare ourselves and make sure that our nomination can get selected. We should not be in the hurry. We should we can take or balance both things, our academics, our school activity. Along with that, we can improvise more and more on our MIEE nomination process. The purpose is very clear of this process is recognizing innovative educators who use Microsoft tools to enhance the learning, right? So if you are one of it, you should nominate. You should not leave that opportunity. The goal is to ensure all interested educators are nominated by the deadlines. So trust me, when you as educator will come forward and try to nominate yourself and put forward that put forward your story that how you have done it, it will be amazing thing to hear from every educator's point. And Microsoft really loves that such personal stories or such natural story from the educators when they use the tools and implemented something. For an example, we discussed about two topics, three topics even in the previous sessions. We discussed about reading coach. Now, if some of the educators will take that as a forward and start implementing in their school the reading coach, and you can measure the impact, what is happening. Is it really worth it, or is it generating some impact? Such evidence, if you getting the information, you can make a note, take some photograph, take some small videograph, and all this will be a great evidence which you can bring the change in the system. Likewise, you can always go ahead and talk about the cybersecurity as a topic. A lot of awareness training programs could be conducted for parents community, for the other teachers community, for the students, right? And suppose you are doing that also with by learning the course, that will be a really great thing. So now, this MIEE preparation strategies is divided for three types of educators, right? That the number one type of educator is the beginner level. A beginner is who just started their digital journey. You have still 49 days. Maybe you are very new in using the Microsoft tools, but yes, keep in mind that you may have during the COVID time and after that also, you may have used the technology, your tools like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, most commonly used tools. With that tools also, if you have done some activities, innovative activities, and you wanted to nominate and give a try of your luck, you must do it. So they are the beginner level. The intermediate level of people are who are regular using of Microsoft tools, okay, and they wanted to nominate. They may not have nominated yet. An advanced level of people are those who are tech savvy and they are the classroom implementer. So they can also this time they can nominate. So the mandatory tasks, especially the nine important tasks, which you all should do it when you are doing this process, and you can do a checklist the moment you are completing each and every uh, items. So right. So this nine items which I am putting on the screen, that is giving you some kind of summarization. Number one, you can tick mark by yourself if all nine is completed and then you are ready. So first is creating the Edu Nominate profile, which may take 15 minutes time to create as a maximum duration. But if you have a good computer, laptop, and you're working on it and creating a profile, it may take within 5 to 8 minutes. But I'm considering as a 15 minutes as a time duration. Take it like that. Second activity is generate Microsoft Learn, right? Generate Microsoft Learn achievement URL. So this means you should log into Microsoft Learn. You should go to the achievement. On the top, there's a URL which you can copy it and keep it, right? Because tomorrow when Microsoft has to validate whether you have actually completed the course or not, they can go to that URL and find out whether you have completed cybersecurity course, whether you have completed that AI for Educator course completely, whether you have completed everything or not. So that's why the URL is very important. So you can generate such URL. Third activity is which you can complete two self-paced modules which I given you, reading coach and cybersecurity, which may take 3 hours time. Microsoft Educator Academy. This, if you all have attended the past training sessions, you all would have already got the badges and certification, but not, you can also do the self-paced learning to understand what is Teams, what is flip instruction basics. AI for Educator, as I told you, you can also do on your own way. If you have already, you must have already completed. Some people have completed. Somebody can give a try on this. Um, they can answer the sample question in the Word document. Do not directly go and edu-nominate and start entering it. You have the Word document, that's a question paper, and all the answer you can start first fill everything on the Word document, get it also verified by the co-teacher. Let them also see the answers, how it has been done. If everything is fine, then only you can transfer the answers from your Word document to the edu-nominate portal. So that's a checklist number 6. Checklist number 7 is create evidence document in the SWAY or PPT. So in some question, some descriptive question, when it is asked you to answer it, it's a optional parameter, but it is good if we create a SWAY or we create a PowerPoint and we have added some of the evidence where it shows that yes, I have implemented these tools in the classroom. It shows like that. So what can happen, it will act as a add-on answers on your answer which you wanted to give it. So example, there was a question that have you used PowerPoint presentations in more innovative way? Suppose you are writing your answers. That yes, in my subjects like mathematics, I use the PowerPoint, I used animation, I am doing like this, and what was the reaction of the students? You are writing every story. But to support that story, if you are adding a URL, which is clickable URL, that means before adding the URL, you should check in the incognito mode. You can share with maybe your family member in the maybe through WhatsApp message and ask them whether they can open the link or not. If they are able to open the link, that means Microsoft can also open the link. Many people, what is the problem happen? They attach the link, but the setting and the security of the link is only people in my organization. If that is a setting, they won't be able to see it. Hence, you have to upgrade the setting. You have to make the setting as anyone with the link can open it, right? So, if evidence is there, it is added advantage for all of us. Okay, then you can, if you have time permitting, you can practice more and more application, understand latest application. For this also, I'll tell you something. I'm just giving example. Since all the educators are listening me now, especially in Microsoft Teams, when you start practicing once again the Microsoft Teams, when you try the assignment feature, okay, you wanted to give assignment to the students where students can upload the assignment maybe in the form of image, maybe in the form of class notebook, maybe in the form of PDF, right? But I think you all will agree with me that when students will upload the assignments in the form of a PDF or something like that, a teacher was not able to annotate, right? That means she can able to read the PDF, but she was not able to annotate. But why I'm giving you this example is because when you see the latest feature of Microsoft Word or Microsoft Teams, and suppose you are using a Microsoft Teams and given some assignment and students is able to write it, the assignments and share you the PDF document, you can edit it. You can have the option of annotation, okay, in the PDF. So that's the reason I was telling you that even if you know the tool, what Mr. Alvin Toffler has once quoted, the same thing should be done. That you must learn, unlearn, and relearn the new things, right? So that's the reason we should go and practice more and more. And at first, last, you can fill and submit the Edu nominate form. So these are the 9 checklists. If you are able to do it, that means you can self check your readiness. Okay, self check your readiness. Now, some of the, like example, this evidence is there, create evidence to the SOA document. This may be the doubt of many teachers. So some of the ideas which I can give it to you here is, like example, when you're using a Microsoft Teams, you have got some screenshot of it where the class is there. You must have shared the files to the students. You must have taken given a good praise to the students. You created a good community in the classroom. You may have decorated your classroom with a beautiful home pages. Anything you have done with the Microsoft Teams in the past, if you have got a screenshot, that also you can attach with some beautiful caption, which should be impactful story for sharing it. If you are using a OneNote, maybe the personal OneNote for creating your lesson plans or worksheet or sharing the notes, how you're sharing the notes, digital notes, multimedia notes to the students. If that is a story, you can include it. Reading coach, impact story, you can include it. Immersive reader, impact story, you can include it. Right? Maths teacher can use math progress, math coach. Okay, so they can use all these things to share that how they have used it. Digital storytelling using Flip if you have used it. Use of AI Copilot if you have used the Copilot for your lesson planning and worksheet. You can even take that as a screenshots and include it that how you are doing it, and then that you can put as a screenshot in a SWE document, and in the write up side you can mention it all the answers. This is just to given you the hint. So ideally, the strategy point of view, if I talk about it, if we have 49 days in a hand, and whether it is a beginner level or advanced level, if we consider 1 day activity for Edu Nominate, or 1 day activity for full day activity for the Microsoft Learn creation, 2 days complete activity for the reading coach and cybersecurity course, 3 days on Microsoft Advanced Educator, AI for Educator, 3 days dedication to complete the module, 2 days dedication for answering the sample question, which is in the Word document, 5 days activity maybe on sway and ppt which you're creating it, 2 days you can practice more and more, and 1 day for fill out. So overall it counts, if you count it becomes with this schedule, which is the very uh, detailed and very simplest schedule, and very prolonged schedule, I can say, which is easily achievable. That also, if you count the number of days, it will take 20 days, right? So that means I mean to say that there is a time available, and you can make use of it, right? So this is the 9 items. Just keep in mind. Now I am just going to show you some live demonstration. Okay. Let me just now share my screen and show you the live demonstration. Okay. Now I have in front of me, I have got Edu Nominate portal, right? And in my previous, that means in the day one or day two, I guided you that how can we sign up. And once we sign up, we will be able to access it. Right. So I am going to log in right now to Edu Nominate, maybe with the ID and password which I have created last time. I told you to keep safe everything so that it will require multiple time logins. It requires it. So it will display that, okay, the details and information is coming up, and it shows that it is half done, unfinished MI nomination, which I can scroll down and continue my survey. So here the questions are coming up like first name, last name, email address, right? So example, I'm just filling up few information just to show you the detail. We can actually fill up everything into the questions. Now questions are also available on the site which I have given you. You have got so when you go to the website like cardplans.in and then Microsoft Edu program, you are getting not only the recording of the sessions, but you can access here MIEE preparation questions, right? Now these questions are the Word document, which is just downloaded for you. And this will have all the questions, right? So what I request you to do is you can open this Word document and you can fill up all the answers. But example, you have filled up and you wanted to copy and paste from there, you can do that. So example, the first name I'd like to enter, last name I'll enter, Main email address, I can enter it here, right? Alternate email address, I can enter it here. The school name, I can mention my school name here, right? So I'm just giving example here. This is school. Organization name, I can just mention it here. Organization type, it's a public school or private school, right? Home address city is required here. So example, I'm just putting here, and state should be mentioned. Home address country should be mentioned, which country it is belong to. The school address, where the school is located. The school organization address city. So, so in the top question, you can mention the complete area also, where exactly it is you wanted it to be located. And state, here also I can mention the state where it should be done. This all information is required for validation. Country, that means when it all should be selected properly, because I have seen in the previous year there are many teachers who is from India and they have not seen this answers properly and they have selected Afghanistan. And I was getting a lot of query after the result has come out, sir. My state is coming as Afghanistan. Please check it out. Please check your country properly. Select India if you are from India, right? There are educators from the different part of the country has also joined in. So for all of them, you can choose your country, your location properly there. The school website. So example, I'm just putting here the proper website. So your school should be having the website, right? So I'm just putting it as a website. So you can put your school website. Example, your school name is a DAV school. So your DAV school website should be there. Okay, or Army school, the Army school website should be there. What type of learner do you work with? So example, I am working with school educators. Educators is my learners, right? Or it could be the students, could be the learner. So if I include both, I can include both. What is your job title? Example, I'm just putting here training, or I can say trainer. And I am currently responsible for what? I am trying to teach K-12. I am responsible for STEM learning, involved in curriculum development. I am involved in educational training. I am the school leader administration. So certain question which is fitting you, you can choose more than one option also. What subject do I teach? If the subject is not available, you can mention it other. What technology do your students, learners primarily use for learning? So my students primarily use maybe for mobile phone or tablet or laptop, or if your student don't have anything, that also can be mentioned. What tools you use regularly? So example, Windows device like laptops, right? uh, I'm not using, let's say, Google Apps. I'm not using Chromebooks, iPad, MacBook. I'm not using it. I'm using the Windows device, the laptop, which has got a Windows operating system. Microsoft Surface, I'm not using because that's a separate device altogether. Microsoft 365, I'm using. Microsoft Teams, I'm using it, right? Then Zoom, I am using it. What tools, device does your school? Just allow me a second. Okay. What tools, device does your school organization use? So there also you can use for your school. If your school don't have the MacBooks, iPads, and other things, don't to choose it. If Windows device are there, choose that. If your school has got a Microsoft Teams, you can choose that. And one more thing, before clicking on next, must verify all the information is entered right. When you click next, you cannot come back. Hence, that's the reason I am again and again guiding you that write everything on the Word document and then move it. So once this personal questions are done, then we can go for the next option. Now it is coming the question something like when you click next, again message. So you should click on next only once you are triple sure about your questions. Have you completed Microsoft Learn, Microsoft Educator Community? Yes, I did. And this badge will appear on Learning Path. Have you completed AI for Educator? Yes, I did. Have you completed Reading Coach module? Yes, I did. Have you completed Cybersecurity module? Yes, I did. Share your URL of your achievement. Now you're getting it, why it has been asked this question. So it is the place where it is asking you the question of entering your Microsoft Learn profile here. You have to complete all the module, then only you have to paste the URL here, right? Failing that, it will give you the invalid option while checking it. So example, if I go to here, learn, and I just go to my profile, I'll go to my achievement and I can copy this top URL and go back to the place and I can enter my answer here. After entering it, if the modules are not completed, it will give me the error also. Okay, it is showing that if you have not completed 4 modules, your URL is incorrect, you will not be able to progress to the next step. In case you should log out and complete the missing parts before you complete the things, right? So this is the important information that we should rely on, we should understand here, right? So I'll just show you that why what error will come so that people should be aware about. If I click on next, can you see it? It is showing the error. You are not passed the 4 modules. Hence, it is required for everyone to complete these 4 particular modules. Okay, so example, if I just sign out from my account and I'll try to re-sign in maybe from the different account. Example, I logged in right now and I can click on my achievement and let's say my other profile URL, I'll try to just to test it out. If I try to enter and then click on next, my profile will be entered and I will be moved to the next question where it is asking a lot of questions here like how often you use Copilot personally or professionally. I can choose whether I'm using because I'm using daily, so I can mention daily. Share your teaching and learning knowledge with your colleagues. I do almost daily. I conduct 7 to 8 sessions per day for not only for the teachers but students, but IT experts and everybody. So that I'm putting it daily. How often do you use Microsoft Teams in instruction environment? But it is again, you are using sharing your knowledge with your colleagues. Maybe you can mention weekly also you are doing it, right? Then I go back to the how often you use Microsoft Teams because Teams is there in my mobile phone. I used to get notification. I used to do a lot of meetings, so it's a daily activity for me. But you can have the daily and weekly. Use Microsoft Learning Accelerator in the have you I have used this all things. Yes, I am using it maybe in the weekly basis. All these tools, forms almost daily, OneNote almost daily, OneNote class notebook weekly, right? Um, Minecraft I often play like twice a week, so I can see that maybe weekly or there's a confusion here, but I can choose as a daily also, or daily is the preferred option. But twice or thrice a week I'll use it. Now, these are two long answer questions which will ask to you. The first question is, which should be in the 500 to 2000 character. Select the tool you use from the list. Example, my favorite tool is Microsoft Word, but read it out. And I have got some very interesting story to share here. Okay, with Microsoft Word, how I'm using it, from when I'm using it, what are the things I'm doing with Microsoft Word. Okay, how it is impacting the life of the students or stakeholders who are affected with that. So that I need to ensure here. Describe the scenario where you leverage this Microsoft tool to support the role as educator. Tools. If you are pasting a person in your Word document, please click on the link, click on the box and manually type at least a character, right? So you when you are pasting a personal response from your Word document, please click on the box and manually type at least on the character. So we have to type some character and then paste it, right? From the other places. Or if you want to directly type your answer, you can mention it here completely. And it should be above 500 character. So character count will be decreasing as soon as you go down. If my answers are completed by the long answer questions, I should say this and then I can click on submit. If I click on submit, my nomination will be immediately submitted. And if I, after submitting, if I log in next time like this, if I log in next time, it may display me that my nomination, what is the status of my nomination. So the last year nomination is approved. It is approve is coming only after the result. Okay, and when you scroll down, this 25-26 application is showing us on review, right? So it is submitted, but it is on review. So I can have the my nomination numbers. What is my nomination number? What is my user ID? Everything will be available here. If I have got some issue, that I can even send out the mails to educator@microsoft.com for any kind of concern related to the portal, right? So I hope this must have given you some clarity that how this entire process is going forward, how exactly we are doing it. So at end of this presentation, let me reshare my screen to guide you, because I hope I have shown you the strategies which is required for this nomination process. The entire live simulation, which should give you the lot of energy to go forward with the process, and the preparation guidelines, which should be helpful for all of you, right? So the next thing should be in your chat option. I have also given a form link where you can also mention that your feedback. You'll mention that whether you are ready to nominate for this year MIEE as a first-time user, or it is renewable option, or you are not prepared, or what exactly the thing is, so that we can try to support you, right? So in the feedback form, we wanted your little input on the feedback form. The link is also shared in the chat, and you can also scan this feedback form for doing this entire thing. And we will before 31st of July, we will like one last week of July, we can try to host one day a meetup where if the doubts are there with many educators, they are finding some difficulty, we can discuss. Maybe the second third week of July we can meet up once, and that time I can clarify your doubts, so that once you get all the clarity, then only you can submit the uh, nomination. And after the result will be announced in the September, we will invite a lot of stellar speakers from Microsoft. We'll try to invite speakers from the different educationists, and we all will together celebrate the victory, right? And thank you so much for joining. And it was a great experience having the 5 days of advisory session of 30 minutes each. Thank you for, like, in your busy schedule, I can see the number of attendees. It's big. You all are joining in the big numbers. I can understand the energy, and this time, let me get surprised with the number of how many teachers from, especially from India, are going to be selected for MIEE. So with that, thanks so much. We'll meet up as I have shown on the screen as per the schedule. Thank you so much, and all the best.